Hello, Facebook land. I know I cannot believe I'm doing this. Yes, breathing, keeping my zen, staying positive. We'll give a second here and see if anybody joins me because it's way more fun when, yay, Maria! When you were texting me, I was kind of hoping, like, ooh, I wonder if she's on. I've been really slow in getting my day started, so here it is, 12:30, and finally putting myself together, and I've got 1,000 other things I should be doing too, but I wanted to make sure I jumped on today. Notice I'm flying solo, which is disturbing. It was way more fun doing the Michelle and Jenny show last week with my friend Jenny, who was in town for our Limelight event, but alas, she had to go home. Hey! Maria, my groupie. So I figured today was a great day to go live. I think it's a day to reflect on positive things. The election is kind of nauseating, and after today, hopefully we can turn on the television and be back to more positive things. And today also marks, I love the likes. See, everybody else is sick of it too. And this is not to be political. It's just, again. Lots of other things going on, Maria, as we were just sharing in life that just are great reminders that we just don't need to waste our time on the negative, and we need to stay positive and focus on the good. And that is what this is about. So I am coming to you naked face. Yes, can you believe it? Kind of hate this. It's very revealing and nerve-wracking, but thought I'd get ready with you today and kind of just chat about stuff, what I'm doing. And also this day, not only is it election day, but impactful in my life, it marks the day before my 1-year Limelight Anniversary, which is kind of a big deal for me because it was a big flying leap a year ago where I started with this company. And actually, Jenny, who you saw last week, who was with me, she is my dear friend who introduced me to it. And after a very traditional professional career of 20 plus years, it was kind of a leap to do something so different and crazy. And I did it because I had great faith in her and great faith in the company. And I just thought it would be an awesome use of my professional experience to help build a brand basically from nothing. So it's been a lot of fun. So I'm going to start making myself look better because then I won't be quite so nervous about what I look like to the world. So if y'all don't know this, you should absolutely be taking care of your skin because, we're not getting any younger. Yes. So we're taking care of our largest organ. And I am putting a little of our 1-drop oil on it because I've already moisturized and I want to put this boost product on it as well because it's got UV protective properties to it, along with a lot of antioxidants and other great things that help the skin rejuvenate itself, protect it, and it's only one ingredient. It's a natural oil that's cold pressed from a fruit from the Midwest in this country, and actually it's less than a 0 carbon footprint because it actually does good. It takes a junk crop and produces something useful and positive. So again, this is the power of positivity today. So I am remaining positive and telling you about an amazing product that does right by the earth and good old American entrepreneurship and science. So it's very cool. So since I've prepped my skin, we're going to kind of make some of this ugly go away now and even out my skin tone. So I love seeing the men join because, hey, Mike. Hey, Sky. Oh, look at this. More of our high school buddies. Hey, Jan. Hey, Chris. Good to see you all. So, making something. So the way this whole Facebook Live things work, if I look at the camera, I can't see myself, and I actually need to see what I'm doing. So here you go. We're going to make some of the dark on the top of my eyes go away with a little bit of a concealer, and it's also an eyeshadow primer. So talking about why I would do this, join Limelight. So Jenny is a dear friend of mine, and we became super close when I was living in England. And our husbands are longtime friends, and they went to school together. And she is good friends with Michelle Gay, who is the CEO of Limelight, and it's her family's business. Okay, so that was kind of what sparked this. So Alcone's the parent company, and they've been in business for over 60 years, and they've been providing pro makeup to showgirl starlets, professional makeup artists. And they actually have 2 retail stores in New York City. But the makeup artists were always asking to get their hands on the product for their clients. Doing a little concealer now. And how could, the products weren't packaged for consumer use. They were really packaged for makeup artists to use in their kits. So now I'm going to go into my foundation. And I'm just using this little buffer brush to put it on. And watch the red go away. So they embarked on this path to sell the product direct, and their initial folks that joined them were all makeup artists, and they were thrilled to have a way to supplement their income and provide products that they were using on their clients for them to keep using on their own. So Michelle's real mission is to empower women and give them the opportunity to have their own business and do so in a really positive, nurturing environment, which I don't know how you all feel about it, but there's a lot of business out there that doesn't exactly fit that bill. And remember, today is Power of Positivity Day here. So watch, little buff. And the great thing too is I'm kind of rambling and talking about a million different things at once. Not only are the products great, and it's pro makeup, and it truly is the best products in the industry. So it's not they're not out there just cranking out everything. They go to the suppliers in each industry, be it foundation or concealers, whatever, and they get the best. And then we get to sell the best. It's not one manufacturer churning out everything. It's really the best manufacturers of each specific product that we then in turn get to offer. So it's fantastic. So, I gotta tell you, this natural light makes me look a little washed out, but trust me, in real life, it's okay. But I will tell you that I like to use a couple different foundation colors because my chest is still a little darker than my face. And so I use a little bit of a darker color just to kind of warm things up a skosh. Look at that. There you go. All right. So, next, I'm going to do my eyes next, and I'm going to go into, we're going to do our Lottie palette. So this is what I was using on Jenny last week. Excuse me, sticking my face right in you. I probably could have been a little bit more prepared. So Lottie is a celebrity makeup artist. Her work is incredible, and you probably have no idea who she is by name unless you're a makeup artist, but I guarantee you've seen her work. So she partnered with Limelight, which is incredible because it speaks to the validity of the company in a way that you can't even imagine, in that she's never given her name to anybody. And actually, I did see a post. She's going on Periscope if you want to see her in action. It's at Lotstar, Lotstar. I think she said she's doing it at 11:30 Pacific time. She's going to work with her Lottie palette. So this is the Dream On palette, which I just showed you, which is what I'm going to use right now. But she's also got her Dazzle palette, which probably is super intimidating to the average person, but I got to tell you, when you see it being used, and I've actually played with it some too, it's amazing what you can do with a little bit of color, and everybody should be using a little bit of color, because why not? It's fun. It's positive. So anyway, so we partnered with Lottie. This is an exclusive collection. It is limited release, so when it's gone, it's gone. And what's been fun for me too is showing ladies how to use one little eyeshadow palette to do their entire face, which is also incredible because eyeshadow is not just for the eyes. You can use it as a blush, you can use it on your lips. Kind of crazy versatile. So I am gonna go right in here. And I'm using a little pointed blender brush. And I think the other thing that's been super fun is I have always had a creative side to me, and This actually feeds it beautifully because it gives me a chance to play with something, not just on myself, but it's so fun to put makeup on women. Teenagers, showing them how to use makeup for the first time appropriately so it enhances their natural beauty. I've done the more senior set of women who just start to kind of feel a little down about themselves as their skin changes and ages and they lose some of their glow. And I mean, it's amazing what you can do with so little. I mean, enhance those eyebrows a little bit, even out the skin tone, some of the natural redness that comes with age. Put a little pink on those cheeks where it's supposed to be, not all over, and enhance the lip. I mean, it's amazing what you can do. So, fun, play, don't be afraid. All right, I've got to look over here. So I'm just going to put this kind of a neutral taupey, but it does have a little bit of a shimmer to it. Just a kind of in my crease, just a little bit above my crease. So one of the things that I learned from watching Lottie, she came to our sales conference and demoed her product for us and kind of just talked in general about using eyeshadow and color, and she was putting makeup on these ladies and girls, young women. I don't know, I feel so old now, whatever. And she took one color, similar to this, say, drops it in here, and then she used the same color. Here's my face again, up close, not pleasant. Using kind of a smoky liner brush and just dropped it as an eyeliner and one color, and then throw some mascara on. The difference it can make in your look and with zero to no effort. So this notion that I don't have time for makeup, no, we all have time to look better, enhance our beauty, and feel good about ourselves and go about our day just with an extra level of confidence you may not have had otherwise. So it's not that hard. So very fun, and just play with a little bit, right? All right, so there I go. I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Again, just kind of dropping it up high, just above the crease, a little bit in the crease. So I talked a little bit about pro makeup and why does this even matter? Why do you care? Why would anyone want it? And the biggest difference, pigment, much higher pigment, no fillers. A lot of the commercial brands that you're going to buy are just filled with a bunch of extra junk. So you'll notice at the end of the day, it's gone. Your makeup's gone. And it also affects the ability to blend the product. So this I can blend beautifully. In fact, I had a customer buy some stuff and she like, oh no, I've got stuff to put the eyeshadow on with. And then she came back to me and said, I really need a brush, a good brush, because this doesn't go on the same way as my, CVS eyeshadow. And it takes so little of the product, and a good brush, and to blend it, it's dreamy. It's just dreamy. Okay, so I'm going back in. I'm going to take a little bit of this highlight here. I'm just going to put it on the inner corner of my eye, brighten things up a little bit. Right in here. When you start getting all dark in those corners, it's nice. Freshen it up, brighten it up. You can also use a color like this as a highlight under your brow if you want to do that. I put that concealer eyeshadow primer up there, so I still kind of have some brightness from that, so I'm not worried about that. And again, let's just be quick and simple, right? And then I'm just going to simply go back in with this. I'm going to use this kind of shimmery blue, silver, gray, whatever. And I'm just going to put it in this outer corner here. Just blend it in a little bit. So this general plan here, okay? So put a color in your crease, drop a little darker color in your outer corner, put a little highlight in there, maybe a little bit on your lid. I mean, that general plan, that's all you need. Hey, Cheryl, thank you. I forget to look. So again, boop, right out here. So one of the fun bits about joining Limelight, so there's so many makeup artists that are part of the company, and they're so generous with their time and sharing of their talents to show us tips and tricks and It's been a blast to watch and learn. And I follow, excuse me, I can follow a lot of them on Facebook, but I also follow them on YouTube, and it's just amazing the little tips and tricks that you get. All right, look, coming to life. All right, eyeliner. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna use our Perfect Eyeliner pen, which I adore. I showed this the other day, so it goes on really nicely, and it's smudge proof. It'll stay, just easy. I can also use a liner, again, my face coming at you. Use an angled liner brush to use a shadow to line, but I'm going with this today. Again, hard for me to demo looking at a camera. These aging eyes, it's way easier to see into a mirror. And I like to kind of I'm not a wing liner girl. My daughter does it, looks fantastic. I don't have it in me. But the nice thing about this liner pen is that you can go really wide, you can do an easy wing if that's your thing, or you can be nice and conservative like me. So look at the difference. Little eyeliner, no, just super easy, makes a big difference, and the value of the eyeliner too really makes your mascara that much more impactful because you're going to darken and lengthen your lashes, and doing this little bit of eyeliner just helps pull it all together. And since I cheated and had 2 cups of coffee today, I've got a little shakier hand than normal, but it makes a big difference. And because I also want to show you a little more drama, why not? So when I go to the grocery store later, I can look that good. But I'm not going to do a really bold under eye. So I'm going to actually go back in here and do this more of a taupey color. And just use that for a little bit of an under eye eyeliner. And just lightly brushing that on. Really subtle. I like me some subtle. You can do the smoky eye when we got some serious plans. My plans are not that serious today. Got some work to do, got some family stuff to do, so we'll just keep it manageable, shall we say. Besides, my Athleta outfit here, you can't go completely over the top. So, my 1-year Limelight Anniversary, showing you the makeup. I'm going to talk to you super quick about the skincare too, but first, I'm going to finish off the mascara, and I am going to go back in and do a little bit of blush and finish off my face. But here's our Perfect mascara, and as a girl that used that pink and green, I think it's Maybelline mascara for most of my life, I got to tell you, 1,000 times better. And from my girlfriends that actually really paid a lot more for mascara all these years, this is $20 and is so much better than even most of the other ones. So it's a fiber mascara, so there's lengthening fibers in it, so it's going to lengthen my lashes as well as darken and thicken. So here we go. Look at that. Lashes, no lashes. Yeah. So why do I love it so much? So I had a lot of problems with mascaras irritating my eyes. So after time, they start to kind of melt into my eye. And yeah, that wasn't so fun. And then it irritated. And then even better is the raccoon eye at the end of the day. That's kind of super awesome. Not really. So it is a water-resistant mascara. It is not waterproof, so you don't have to chisel it off with some toxic product. Just washes off with cleanser. Super easy and nice. And stays. Seriously. What more do you want? Yeah. Lovely. So, finishing off with the mascara. And then I'll do a little bit of blush. So, like I said, Limelight or Alcone started selling pro makeup. But as they launched Limelight, they decided that they certainly needed to go beyond just what goes on the face, but a great foundation meaning great skin is super important to having makeup look good. So they worked with some chemists in California to produce our skincare line that literally comes from the earth. So these cleansers and moisturizers and boosters and that oil I just showed literally comes from the earth. So it's organic ingredients. It is natural product formulated to work with the components of the oils and plants working within themselves to produce great results. So, the skin is the largest organ, and you can't lose sight of that. So anything you're putting on your skin at that microbial level gets absorbed into your bloodstream. And, our cancer rates aren't going down by any stretch of the imagination. So anything that we can do in our everyday lives to make sure that we're doing good things for ourselves, I think is super important. So it's eating right, it's exercising, it's being mindful of your choices. And I'm not going to continue on my soapbox, but it's one of the big reasons that I decided that I would start working for this company. So, and I do it part-time. I still do consulting work on top of this, and life is entertaining. And just because we didn't have enough going on, we're also moving, to Florida next month. So the great part about it too is I get to take it with me, and that makes it all the more fun as well. So there you have it. Hey, Brenda! Oh my God! Hello! She's my international friends. How fun is that? Hey, Jen! Out celebrating your daughter's birthday. And Gail, yes, I hope I am cracking you up, because that's kind of the point today. In this crazy world, we need a little bit more humor and positivity. So thank you for joining me, folks. Oh, blush. Jeez, I'm going out naked. Well, not totally naked. You get the idea. So I'm going to go back in and just put a little bit of blush on these cheeks, and big faces coming at you again. Okay. So this is our highlighter, and honestly, this is one of my favorite things because it is a great highlighter, just to add a little shim, but I cheat sometimes. I've used this as eyeshadow. Seriously, looks awesome on every skin tone. And I actually love it on my daughter because she's got super, super fair skin, and it's such a pretty, bronzy, pinky, little shimmery highlight that just looks fantastic. And now I'm going to put in a little peach, which this is a matte peach. And again, you just want to put it kind of where you smile, just a little natural pink. Nothing, some people like a super pink cheek. It's not my thing. A little bit more subtle. And then I'm going to go in with this translucent powder. Big face again. I'm going to work on this for next time so you don't have to be so scared by my big face. And just taking a big puffy powder brush. And I'm only going to do this kind of in my T-zone where I'd naturally get a little bit oily. So the great thing about this powder is that it is truly translucent. So it's not going to settle into your wrinkles. I don't have any wrinkles. No wrinkles. No. Mm-mm. Forever young right here. And there you have it. Voila. So happy Election Day. Happy pre-1 year Limelight Anniversary. Donna, so good to see you. And I'm glad you've learned. Honestly, I have to tell you, I used to. I take a colored powder, whatever, and just throw that on my face, and I put on mascara and walk out the door. That was me for the longest time. And now that I'm playing with all this other stuff, it's still not that complicated. And actually I've done a video too, which is one of my favorite tricks, and it was actually what I did for most of the summer, is use this big powder brush and put my foundation on with that. I mean, seriously, easy peasy. Gives you really light coverage, just enough to even out your skin tone. And actually, it's one of my favorite techniques is I put makeup on more seasoned skin and older skin, because you can get such light coverage without it looking cakey, and it's awesome. So one of my favorite tricks too. Hey Jenny, Amy, so fun. Okay, so I'm taking this freshly done face in my positive outlook today and going about my business. And I did vote, early voting. I kind of like that early voting concept. I think it's awesome. So I've done my part, and I'm continuing to remind my children that this wonderful democracy is a positive thing, and you don't need to believe everything that you see on television, and just form your own thoughts and have your own opinions and spread the light, because really, that's really what this is all about. So happy Tuesday. Have a great one. And thanks for joining me. This is fun. So fun. Hey, John, Courtney. This is great. Hey, Sandra. All right. I'm signing off. Have a lovely day. Bye, guys. Love y'all.